Hey, hey, hey. We got some good news and some not so good news for you guys in today's vlog. Hello. Hello. Want my nuts? There he comes. See him? That's my little dude. That's my little squirrel friend. I feed him every day. There he goes. He's so cute, and Josh and I aren't gonna get pets or anytime till we have kids, which is not for a long time. So I have to make do with what God gives me. And he's giving me a squirrel. So hey. Let's go see what Josh is working on this morning quick before we jump into it.
We're gonna get some bug fixes out. Bug fixes aren't sexy, but they're critical. But yeah. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to today.
I said that we had some good news and some not so good news. Let's start with the not so good news so we can end on a good note.
Okay.
Do you want to go?
Sure. So yesterday we actually got an email from one of our clients we'd been working with for a while, and they just said that we were actually they had an internal resource that got freed up, literally an employee, and that instead of using us for these continued projects, at least for now, they're going to use their resource that's on payroll. Totally makes sense, but that's kind of unfortunate for us because we don't have that client.
So many of you guys know we are a company that we bootstrap ourselves. That means that obviously we take on client work to fund the company. So that's kind of what this means. We have other clients that we still work with. So this was just kind of a out of the blue thing. We definitely think it's a God thing too, you know?
Yeah, it works perfectly with timing with everything that was coming in because we were
having to do a lot more client work
than we were actually capable of handling.
Yeah, and so this was kind of already, we didn't even have to make the decision, you know, because sometimes we are faced with these tough decisions, like we don't know what to do, but in reality, God already has it all figured out, and you just have to trust him and just not even worry about it. And like yesterday when it happened, we're both like,
yeah, honestly, he's got a really awesome way of making sure things are timed great because it's when it's his timing. So with that, again, we were putting ourselves in a position where it was like we were gonna have to like bleed out of our eyes in order to handle everything.
Well, no, it's, and especially so when you know you can do the work, and it's like, oh, the money would be great.
And so that was what we were faced with. We didn't want to turn away the client because the money is great. But at the same time, it was going to be very difficult to manage. And
the good news is, this has kind of been long waited, but we've done 2 demos in the past 2 weeks, which is great. So it's 1 demo a week. But what that means is we've gotten other people into our software, and we've heard nothing but great feedback and how it would be useful and stuff like that. So that has been a huge blessing and just great to hear, so that all of our work, you know, is for something, hopefully, you know. Ideally, you want to get, 10 different people in your software giving you feedback.
Yeah.
And so that's the goal.
That is the goal. And it's great because up until now, since we've started this effort a month ago, kind of just starting to figure out how are we going to start reaching out to people, what are we going to do on the sales front, and then since we've implemented it, getting lots of great feedback, getting lots of great touches, getting people into the software, checking it out, and giving us valuable feedback, and like you were literally just saying. So that has been so exciting, and it's helped us craft the product even better, right? It's helped us understand
what's important to dealerships, what's not important. It's so funny because I don't come from the auto industry, obviously. I come from the development world. And so I'm the one talking to these people, and now after spending time with them on the phone and understanding what their needs are and their wants inside of their organization, when I go and talk to these other people, I can talk more intelligently to them. So I'm able to, create this, conversation that I know is more appealing.
Yeah.
After talking with these other people. So that's been really fun for me because I kind of just like been going in blindly, and I still am, and to a degree, obviously, but I feel way more confident. Like, I'm not using my scripts anymore, you guys. So that makes me feel good because now I can really just call somebody up and be like, hey, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know?
Even just like yesterday, I was coming down. Obviously, I know the software really well because I built it. Right. And I worked very early. But even yesterday when I was just sitting there, I was actually waiting to tell Brandy something, but I heard she was on a phone call. And I heard her just going back and forth between this kind of like conversation / answering any sort of
yeah, it was a,
like argument or anything?
No, it was like a woman in accounting, and she was like, no, we already have something. And so when people tell me that they already have something, my initial question is, oh, well, what is it? What does it do? And then I say, okay, well, our software either works well with that because we built it to work well with other software, or our software does something different or does the same thing. A lot of times it does something different that they're not aware of. So then I say, oh, well, it does this, this, and this, and it actually, because they said they signed a contract. We don't have contracts for our software because that's not appealing to auto groups. So I say, actually, we don't, have long-term contracts. Instantly, she was kind of like, oh, really? Okay, because man, we just signed a 5-year contract. That right there kind of made her interested in what we were selling. And then there was something else I mentioned about the current auto groups that we're in and the money that we're saving them. From there, she was like, you know what? You need to talk to so-and-so. Let me transfer you and give you his contact.
That's one of those things, like even when I was listening, like just seeing how comfortable Brandy was on the phone, how quickly she was able to come up with these answers and value points to give back to this woman so she could see the value. Because when you're cold calling, most of the time people say no, or they say we're already using it, and they don't even actually understand what what you use. So how can they really say they already have a solution? And number two is they don't understand the value that it brings, and they say no before that. So the challenge is not, oh hey, they said no, okay, that means no. No, the challenge at that moment becomes, one, how do we get them to see the value? Like Brandy just said, that even though she said no, we already have a solution, or no, we're not interested, ended up going to the right person once she understood that we weren't just some random cold caller, right? Like we actually are very intentionally building this for the auto industry to make sure they save money and time, and it makes their life a lot easier.
And that takes practice, you guys. Yeah. Like you guys have seen me from the beginning making cold calls, and it's not overnight. I've been doing like 300 and some calls. So with anything that you're doing, keep going at it. It's never going to be easy to begin with. And if it is, it's not worth doing. That's somebody famous quote, insert here.
Yeah.
So yeah, just that was our good news and that was our bad news. And we're excited for all of it, and we're excited for the future to see what happens next.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue cold calling for the rest of the day. Josh is going to continue doing bug fixes and working on other client work and things like that. So pretty much keep going at it. No matter what it is, trust God. Because he has a far better plan than you could have ever thought or imagined. Nothing's ever predictable. Nothing's ever going to be a direct, straight road to saying, especially if you want to have your own business.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's never overnight success, or it's never one solution fits all.
Yeah,
to keep that in mind, you guys.
Like, really what we were even talking about last night is every single month we're literally reevaluating based on new information around new strategies, new movements. And as you grow, it gets more defined and more concrete. But in the early days,
when
you're always adjusting the sales.
And you have to do different things. Like, I'm not a salesperson. Mm-hmm. I'm a developer, you guys. You know this. And I have to jump in and do sales, and I'm learning it. And I'm having fun. And I realize how important it is.
Yeah, so important. I even said a thing to you yesterday, which is like, should I say it here too?
Yeah, but this is going to be another video, so our next video will be on this, so definitely stay tuned.
So hold on. It's based on the importance of sales and something that's very contrary to what most developers believe.
This is going to be a very controversial video. Yeah. Next video, stay tuned. So make sure you watch it, because him and I are both programmers, and I used to always be like, developers rule, sales drool, And so it's interesting to see how my opinion has changed.
My opinion has
changed.
His
opinion has changed. We want to talk to you guys about that and, bring our insights to you. Since now we've both done both.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So we're going to end the vlog with all of that fun stuff from today. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to our channel below, and let us know in the comments on something you want to hear about, whether it's business, relationship, or anything.
Yeah.
Let us know.
We like creating videos you guys want, so let us know.
Thank you guys.
See ya.